For pet lovers, few things are more important to them than the love and care of their pets. Each year, billions of dollars are spent on the more than 74 million dogs and 90 million cats that Americans have welcomed into their homes. But for every animal that lives in a loving home, there are others that are unwanted and abandoned and face almost certain death if they end up in a municipal shelter and are not adopted.
Many hundreds of thousands of animals end up in municipal shelters every week. Those animals are placed in those shelters by people who feel they have no other choice. They've lost their home, they've lost their job, perhaps they've had a new baby, someone in the house developed allergies. Unfortunately, it's a disposable society out there for the dogs, the cats, puppies, and kittens. Those animals in the shelters, unfortunately, sometimes only have 48 hours, whether they're adopted or put to death.
Recently, pets have become the newest victims of the nation's economic crisis. As people lose their homes and their jobs, as well as struggle to put food on their table and pay their bills, many feel they have no other choice but to give up their beloved animals.
Recently, with the economic crisis, we're getting animals back at the shelter that we've never had these reasons before. People who can't afford to feed their pets, people who are moving and are abandoning their homes and cannot afford to take animals with them. So to us, yes, it certainly does seem like it's getting worse.
But fortunately for these unwanted, abused, and abandoned animals, there are private no-kill shelters that are providing temporary homes for them until they can be adopted out to pet lovers who are willing to provide a permanent, loving home. One such shelter that is giving back to these homeless animals and the community is Little Shelter Animal Rescue and Adoption Center.
The mission of Little Shelter Animal Rescue and Adoption Center is to rescue, nurture, and adopt dogs, cats, puppies, and kittens that other organizations perhaps deem unadoptable. We bring them into the shelter, we love them, we nurture them, they're behaviorally and medically evaluated, and then we keep them until we can find them their forever home. Little Shelter gives them a new leash on life.
Nestled on 6 wooded acres in Huntington, Long Island, about a half hour from New York City, Little Shelter Animal Rescue and Adoption Center is Suffolk County's oldest humane society. It has been dedicated to saving abandoned dogs and cats and placing them in permanent loving homes since 1927.
The majority of the animals in our care come from local kill animal shelters. These animals are there through no fault of their own. Our goal is to make sure we give these animals the best possible care until we could find them the forever home that they truly deserve.
Little Shelter Animal Rescue and Adoption Center is at the forefront of the animal welfare movement. By educating the public about responsible pet care and assisting pet guardians with their animal companions, Little Shelter hopes to make great strides in ending the pet overpopulation crisis and senseless euthanasia of homeless animals.
Little Shelter has implemented some innovative programs to educate the public about responsible pet ownership. We specifically educate them about spaying and neutering their pets and adopting an animal from a shelter and saving a life. Our One Call Saves One Life program deals directly with that. We ask everyone to make a phone call to one person that they know and talk to them about the benefits of adopting an animal from a shelter and saving a life.
I'm an animal lover. I believe in supporting organizations that take care of abandoned, stray, homeless, animals. I knew Little Shelter was in the town, but I had never really experienced them firsthand before. About a year ago, I started actually contributing monetarily to the organization.
Little Shelter believes that today's children are tomorrow's pet guardians, and it is important to reach them at an early age to ensure that they grow into more responsible, humane adults.
Little Shelter has a humane education program. We go out almost on a daily basis with an animal into the classrooms. We talk to the children about kindness, responsibility, the importance of spaying and neutering, dangers on the street. We make a lot of comparisons between the children's needs and the animals' needs. Children's emotions, animals' emotions, they're so identical. And it's something the children don't often think about. It's important that they know that. It'll help to make them more responsible pet owners.
Little Shelter Animal Rescue and Adoption Center goes to great lengths to integrate abandoned or abused pets back into a loving home. In many cases, the emotional scars that the animal is left with can take much longer to heal than any physical wounds.
We commit that we will give them very, very good care. both medically and the tender, loving kind, and that we will do everything in our power to help get them ready to go into their forever homes. And once they are adopted, we are there to support and help the families and answer questions, and we are there for the life of the animal.
You know, I believe in what Little Shelter does, and I also believe that you know, it's partially my obligation to make sure other people understand what Little Shelter does. So I strongly encourage, you know, my friends, my relatives, to take the time to understand what's happening here at this organization and to provide their support, be it financial, you know, or hands-on.
Little Shelter Animal Rescue and Adoption Center is funded by private donations from animal lovers throughout the country. Little Shelter relies on these donations to continue to do their work that has saved the lives of tens of thousands of needy animals. Several well-known celebrities have also spoken out in support of Little Shelter.
We've worked with the likes of Richard Belzer, John O'Hurley, Elton John, and Ivanka Trump. And we feel strongly with their endorsement that they can help to encourage people to adopt an animal and save a life.
Little Shelter Animal Rescue and Adoption Center is a dedicated organization that goes above and beyond to save and rehabilitate animals that cannot help themselves. Its commitment to each animal is not only for the time that it is at Little Shelter, but for its entire life. For more information about how to adopt an animal or donate to Little Shelter Animal Rescue and Adoption Center, contact them today or visit littleshelter.com.